Okay, so the Brawlhalla devs just finished their update stream, and there is so much to talk about, so I should probably just get into it. First things first. They mentioned that colors like Charged OG and Raven's Honor will be coming back in the future, most likely as a limited-time event, and that some colors like Esports V1 and 2 will most likely be coming back with a way to purchase them for Mammoth coins. They also said that Qinghua and Bao Bao's release went incredibly well, and even though it's normal for the first week to have a new character be overplayed, this one is by a 7% margin, which might not sound a lot. But when you have 70 legends, it's a big deal. Foda mentioned that they are looking for a programmer that could work on developing the PS5 port. But other than that, the port is still ongoing and the project is steadily moving along. Gifting currency or items isn't a feature that can be worked on right now due to all of the different companies that would need to be in agreement because of the crossovers. So if this does happen, it won't be in the near future. But something that will be coming to Brawlhalla is an in-game friends list so you can add people who play on different devices, and this will also open up the possibilities for some sort of friend code to be able to add people easily. They also mentioned how changing unranked 1v1s to the default game mode has improved retention and the overall experience for a brand new player, which is amazing to hear for the longevity of the game. And don't worry, for all the newer players out there, they also implemented a small bubble to keep newer players together and kick Smurfs out of that bubble after their first couple of matches. For all you lovers of the older Snapdash mechanics, Foda said they have no intention of reverting it back as it was being used defensively too often, and the change has positively impacted Brawlhalla at high levels so far. Foda also went into detail about the servers and how they are very overpowered for what's needed of them, and came clean about the DDoS attacks they're suffering from and the fact that it has been happening a lot more often than not. So long story short, what we're all experiencing at the moment isn't a server issue, it's a cybersecurity issue. But it's something being worked on along with everything else. The devs weren't very enthusiastic about adding any more rewards for getting a certain legend to level 100 because they don't want to have extremely nice rewards locked behind such a long commitment. And it's a lot of effort for something only a handful of people are going to achieve. So this is why they landed on gold titles. It's good enough that you can be proud of your achievement, but not too fancy to make you feel like you miss out if you don't also go for it. The devs teased a couple of new game modes, including a phenomenal 10 out of 10 surprise with a prototype of a combo contest mode. And the intention is to merge the 2v2 combo training mode idea they were working on with this. This one got my mind racing. Would you guys like to see some kind of viewer contest to see who can create the best combo in 5 tries or something? We can figure that one out later. The devs also explained that sooner or later there will be a theme for a legend that will fit the 9 decks idea perfectly, and that's when they will do it. So it will happen eventually, but it's definitely not the next legend. Updates about the new Battle Pass are coming soon, so be sure to keep a lookout for that in the near future. And according to Foda, it's going to be a banger. But obviously that's all they can say right now. Apparently there's an issue with solo-ranked 2v2s giving only 1 elo in a match versus someone of a similar range. This wasn't something that I or the devs knew about, but for anyone experiencing that, they will be looking into it and have a better explanation for you next time. More maps containing mud and other different types of terrain will be coming one day in the future. They've done lava before, so I don't know what could be next. Maybe something water-related, perhaps? They also showcased another prototype game mode where you have to juggle the ball and break ice blocks, and there will be power-ups, bombs, and other obstacles that can both help and sabotage you. I feel like I have seen this before as a kid, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Let me know what this game was called if you know it down in the comments below. The aim for these is basically adding these niche game modes as part of the events that go on, as another way to earn tickets during these events as some sort of daily mission. It's important to note that until they are in the game, none of this is final and can be subject to change. But I like the new direction the devs want to take the game in. It's too early to talk about a new legend, but the devs are aiming for a 4th release this year, and the time of release would more than likely coincide with BCX in November. Nothing more can be said about it really, but I can say with great confidence that there's no new weapon going to be announced at this year's World Champions. Another feature coming soon is the in-game tournaments, which is starting its first internal playtests as early as next week. That update will roll out as phase 1 of a multi-phase plan to add tons of features to this mode, such as the tournament history on-screen, a way to spectate ongoing matches, career pages, and so much more. Eventually, this will broaden to include a whole special section of the store, kind of like the guild section, with its own new currency implemented too. Now that the crystal-forged weapons are in the game, the devs have confirmed that crystal-forged emojis aren't going to be too far behind, in case anyone was wondering about them. And a confirmation that weapon spawns are going to be the next feature worked on, meaning they won't be totally random anymore. The aim of this will prioritize people who don't have a weapon and aren't camping a certain area of the map. And it will also be less likely for a weapon to spawn on top of your head. This will be arriving as a test feature first, so be on the lookout for that coming at a later date. Now for news regarding the classic battle passes. FOTA basically said that after number 10, they need to think of something to put in between, as anything from Season 11 onwards is too new to be considered classic. A couple ideas floating around is a Greatest Hits Battle Pass, featuring all the classic fan favorites that otherwise wouldn't be returning. Or a randomized Battle Pass with a chest system similar to the ones we have already, but made with completely new loot pools, like say, one with all epic progression skins or one with only crossovers. I'm all for both of these ideas, but I'm curious if you guys would prefer to have the classics run anyways, even if they aren't that old. They also talked about how the perfect dodge didn't fulfill its intended purpose and ultimately didn't work out since it wasn't solving anything. So if anyone was wondering, that's why after being added to experimental, it just completely disappeared off the face of the earth. FOTA also teased something being messed around with called loadouts, but that's all we can know about it for now, and I'd love to know more about this. Test maps will be returning one day, and they have internally made a new, faster way to test new maps with some sort of default art background. So a new map to test might be something coming sooner rather than later, but that's all we've got time for this week. Big things are supposedly being teased in next week's dev stream, so I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on what's new. Which of these new updates are you most excited about? Do you like the new direction Brawlhalla is being taken in? What do you think needs to improve first? Let me know in the comment section below, along with any suggestions for future videos you might have. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and hype the video, or I'll be deleting your favorite weapon.